Here we have the House Sitting Summit. Everything is in line. Now I know at the end of the summit they are moving people into their academy, their online academy for house sitters. Beautifully aligned, their speakers are on point, and the website is branded in line with the House Sitting Summit. That's very clear for that international audience that they're looking to attract. Let's start with the logo. Very simple. They've got the name of the summit there, the House Sitting Summit. Beautiful. You know exactly what this summit is focused on. Now this summit is over, so what they've done is they have tweaked the copy on the page. But still, I think it is a very good example of a blockbusting summit. The colours are the same all the way through. They really grab your attention. The images are in line. You can see the little icons here. Very simple, very clean, but it's got a theme. You know exactly when you look at it what it's about without really reading in depth any of the copy. Yep, and it leads into here, the House Sitting Academy. So very subtle, but you can see here there's a very clear theme, clean colours. The offers are aligned if people are giving bonuses. It's very clear what people are going to get. It'll attract a lot more people because it's visually stimulating and it's on point, and they've put a lot of effort into this page. Oh, the videos come alive now. I've scrolled back up to the top of the page. The other thing I really like about the House Sitting Summit is that they have a very, very strong emphasis on the listener. Now, a lot of summits, when they bring their pages together, they have a heavy focus on the speakers. Well, unless you're familiar with those people, it doesn't really say a lot or mean a lot. They know they're going to be listening to experts, but actually don't have a clue who they are. So I really encourage you to think about making this client-centric, focused towards the pains of the people that you want to attract. I'll show you what I mean. So, you know, I've already scrolled through this page. Very clear theme to it. Now, when this was live, it had not a huge point, not the 30 speakers they had that they were speaking on the page. They had a box that was similar to this, that it just had a couple of speakers and the names of the titles of what they were speaking about. Let me show you another example very quickly. And the focus of this summit is all around growing a software business from scratch. So what they've done is they've got the images of all the speakers. Now I know a lot of these speakers, they're all very familiar to me. To me, this takes up a lot of space and it's not really on point to speak to the clients, you know, speak to the people that you want to attract. It's nice to see these pictures, but does it really add any significant value? I think sometimes it's a bit more of an ego status for the speakers who are involved in the summit, and it's one of the things that they insist on to be part of the summit. But I'm not so keen on that formula because I think it takes up an awful lot of space, an awful lot of scrolling for people. There are other ways that you can do it that are a bit more classy and that will make you stand out from everybody else. So this is much more about rules and how the summit is going to work rather than specifically focusing in on the pain points of the people they are looking to attract. Also, I'm not sure about the hairstyle. I shouldn't say that, that's a bit mean. This is a great example of why it's so important to create that blockbusting theme. I've picked this one out because I'm going to show you on Twitter how visually pleasing it looks, because it's on brand. I can't say this enough. It's important to do a blockbusting theme because you want your email copy, your tweets, your Facebook, every touch point to be on brand and succinct. If there's a misalignment with the emails or with the tweets, it'll turn people off. You'll have people unsubscribe. So you've got to think about the flow of the summit on the individual's eyes as well as their ears. So this was the Women Online Virtual Summit held last year. Very, very successful. So they've had 10,000 people sign up for this summit. And I just want to quickly whiz through it. It's beautifully and clean, very easy to read, very easy to follow. The women that are speaking on the summit, or all of them, are high profile. Now you don't have to do that. This is just the strategy that they have particularly used for this summit. Personally, I prefer people who provide significant value and aren't always as well known as high profile speakers, to give the listeners that variety of learning. So very clean. So let's hop across to Twitter. So we can see here, lovely, it's on brand, blockbusting theme, absolutely. Nice, again, everything's in the top fold. The Digital Sales Virtual Summit. Nice graphics. The colour is themed the whole way through. Very clear what they're going to be talking about, so their speakers will all be on point. Eliminate the confusion and assemble a successful technology machine to improve sales performance and better service for buyers. Be really careful with your backgrounds. This one is way too distracting for me. In fact, it actually puts me off because it interferes with the copy. Simple registration. And then they go into a bit more about the summit. But, you know, the colours are aligned. It's on point. The graphics interrelate, so they're not disjointed. And very clean. And if you want to get to the different elements of the page and not scroll, you can just click on the relevant headings.